Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I am here to give you a 1-year update on my Peloton bike. Was it worth the money? Do I still love it? Have I fallen off of the cycling bandwagon? I am here to tell you all about Peloton and what I think 1 year later. So if you guys are interested, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give me a thumbs up right now if you enjoy my content. And if you remember, I did a Peloton video 30 days after getting my bike last year. I told you guys what I thought about it then. And so I think it'll be interesting for any of you guys who are still considering making the investment to watch that video and compare it with this video. So I will link that video down below. That was my 30-day Peloton review. So we've come up on the 1-year anniversary of when my bike arrived. And so I thought I would sit down and let you guys know if I think it was really worth the money I spent on it 1 year later. So it always comes down to money. I think the biggest thing that people see when they hear Peloton is they think, wow, that's expensive, and it is. And they think, well, there's other cycle bikes that are cheaper, like what makes Peloton so great? And I think a lot of people hesitate to buy one because of the price tag. So I'm gonna cut to the chase and tell you guys that a year later, after having my bike for a year, I absolutely, hands down, am glad that I got it. I said it in my original video and I'll say it again. I am not someone who invests in things that I will not use. I don't buy a million kitchen gadgets I'm never gonna use. I don't buy, anything I buy, I have a purpose for and a use for, and I knew that if I invested the money into the Peloton, I would use it, and that has definitely stood true over the last year. That has been what I have done for workouts pretty much exclusively. If you are new to my channel, you may not know, but I am a former personal trainer, certified cycling instructor myself, and so my taste for cycling and cycling instructors is I'm pretty picky, and I don't want to just see, you know, like a cute face. I want it to be a quality workout, and so that was really what drove me to Peloton. I knew the instructors that they had were actually trained cycle instructors, and they were good and they were challenging. And so yes, I have used the Peloton app, whether it be cycling or strength training or stretching or bike boot camp or treadmill boot camp when I was able to go to the gym for a little bit before they closed down again. I've used the app almost exclusively for the entire year. So for me, the cost definitely paid for itself. So after you purchase your Peloton bike, the only cost you have associated with it is a $39 a month membership to access all of the classes on the app. They do have a cheaper version, I believe, of the app, but you get limited classes. And so I wanted everything that it had. So $39 per month divided by 30 days in a month equals about $1.30 per day. And so I feel like the cost of that is very reasonable, especially if you're someone who really values fitness. People spend their money where they value things. So if you really value high fashion and brands and things, you're gonna spend a lot of money there. I value fitness tremendously and what it does for my mental health and my physical health. And so if I spend $39 a month on an app that I use literally every single day, I definitely feel like I am getting my money's worth out of that. I don't feel like, ooh, maybe I should cancel that. No, that is something I use all the time. So I love the app. I loved the treadmill boot camp workouts. I told you guys, I don't own a treadmill, and where I live, the climate does not allow for running outside very often. So I loved the treadmill boot camp workouts on the app. They were a mixture of running and then strength training, where you would get off of the treadmill and then get back on the treadmill after you were done with your weights, and I loved those workouts. I was only able to do those for about 2 months while the gym that is near me was open without, you know, crazy requirements and things. And when it was open without the crazy requirements, I was really enjoying those treadmill boot camp workouts. That's like my favorite type of workout, is like cardio with strength training mixed in. I love the combination. I love how I feel when I do that, and I love the effect that that has on my body. But unfortunately, the gym had to reinstate some rules that I just can't get on board with, and so back home I go for all of my workouts. I will tell you guys that if I had the space in my house, I would buy a Peloton treadmill. I would. It would be something I would use all of the time. Again, an investment in my health is never wasted money to me. Now, I could, of course, buy a cheaper treadmill and use the Peloton app. I could do that, but I don't have the space for that treadmill either. So I'm just saying, like, I love those boot camp workouts enough that if I had the room, I would buy a treadmill in order to be able to do them. Our garage is full as far as where we can fit gym equipment, because that's where I work out when I strength train, and there's just nowhere else in our house where we can fit a treadmill. So unfortunately, I can't get my treadmill, but if I could, I would do it, because I love those workouts that much that it would be worth it to me to buy the treadmill to do. I also love the total body strength training workouts. Those are probably my favorite workouts on the strength portion of the app. I love that they're 45 minutes, and I love that they are strength training the total body. And I love that those are generally very challenging. Like, they have points in the workout where they do like an EMOM, which is every minute on the minute. You're doing as many reps as you can every minute on the minute, or you do an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in like 6 minutes. And so you're pushing yourself and challenging yourself. And so I love the total body workouts on the strength app. That's probably my favorite part on the strength app. Another thing that I have loved using the Peloton app for the year is how much more stretching I've done. Growing up as a dancer, I was very flexible. I still would consider myself very flexible, but I really have stretched so much more thanks to the Peloton app. It reminds me to stretch. There's all different kinds of stretching videos. I turn those on. I do them with my kids. Jake, my husband, has stretched way more in the last year than he probably ever has in his life. And stretching as you get older is so much more important than when you were younger. I am in my mid-30s now, and you know, if I don't stretch, I can feel it. And so yeah, I've really loved the emphasis that I have placed onto stretching thanks to the Peloton app. Another thing that I really love on the Peloton app is the outdoor running. Now, they don't update that portion of the app as often as they add new workouts to the other ones, which is basically every day there's new cycling, new strength, new core workouts. Like, every day the app has new workouts on it. The outdoor running section on the app does not get updated as often. It's maybe like once or twice a month, but I do really enjoy those outdoor running workouts because it's music and I have to run to music, but it's also a voice that is coaching you, that tells you like, okay, we're gonna pick it up. For 1 more minute, I want you to run as fast as you can, or intervals. If you're running intervals, you don't have to keep the time yourself. It tells you, and go. Okay, slow it down to your jog. Like, it talks to you while it plays music, and I love the combination of both. So as the weather gets beautiful where I live, I am definitely gonna be utilizing the outdoor running section of the Peloton app more often. Now, as far as weight loss goes, in my very first video, I told you guys that after 30 days of getting my Peloton, I had lost around 5 pounds. I will tell you guys that I never gained that back. I thought maybe that was like an initial drop off of weight because I had started cycling all of the time again, and I wasn't really doing that before, and so I didn't really think much of it. But yeah, I did lose 5 pounds when I got the Peloton, and I haven't gained it back, but I'm also not losing weight anymore. So it's not like it was a continual thing. It was like I had 5 pounds to let go of and my body got rid of that, and now we're in maintenance mode again. So I'm not gaining weight, but I'm not losing weight, and that's fine with me. Now, favorite instructors. You guys always ask, for those of you who have a Peloton, you ask me who my favorites are. This has probably changed the most since my initial video. I will tell you guys that there's a lot of instructors on Peloton that I cannot handle. Whether it's the profanity or whether it's the crude nature of how they are, or whether it's just things like political things and things like that that they talk about. I don't want to hear any of that when I'm working out. It's hard enough to like make it through the day. I do not want to listen to that when I am exercising. So yeah, I could talk about a whole thing about that on its own, but the instructors that I love, that I have been doing their workouts for a year and have 99% of the time not had to, you know, turn it off because the language is so bad that it's like distracting me and making me feel bad, or like the music, or that talking about things that are like upsetting to me. So for cycling, I love Matt Wilpers, I love Emma Lovewell, and I love Tunde. Those, and I love Hannah Frankson. She's from London, the UK section. Those are my 4 cycling people. Those are the ones that I love. I've done some others that I like, you know, like Kendall. I like that, but I also, like, I'm picky, and that's okay. That's what I love, is that there's enough variety for me to be picky. Like, I like Kendall, but I don't like it's kind of like a performance, and I don't want that. I care more about like the workout. And so anyway, those are my favorite cycling: Matt, Emma, Tunde. My favorite on the strength side, because I use the strength app just as much as I use the cycling app, are Adrienne Williams, Selena Samuela, and Jess Sims. Those 3 are my strength people. Those are the only ones that I do. I actually will not click on anyone else. I am very picky about that too, and those are the 3 that I like. I will occasionally do like an Olivia's core, or there's a new girl, Callie. I'll do a core of that. But yeah, I like my strength people. Those are my 3 that I choose. There have been a few times where I've tried somebody else's and I'm like, this workout is not doing it for me. And so yeah, I stick with those 3. Adrienne, Selena, Jess Sims. Those are my strength people. I love the versatility of my workout programming. I do like alternating days of cardio and strength, and I love that. My body likes that. I feel good doing that. And so I really enjoy that. So yeah, after a year of having the Peloton, I am still dedicated to using it. I use it every single week. I use the app every single day. I don't ride cycle rides every day, but I do use the app every day. And so it was definitely worth the money, worth the purchase, worth the investment. I love it. I'm thankful that I have it. And I'm thankful for the quality of the bike itself, and I'm thankful for the quality of workouts that the app provides. But I will tell you guys, I do not like the company. I do not like a lot of things that they stand for. I do not like the things that they endorse, and there have been a few times where I have been pretty darn mad about some things. So that is my biggest complaint. I wish that they could just stick to fitness. Peloton is fitness, and I know that they try to make it like a community, and where, you know, they try to like cultivate that, and I can appreciate that as much as the next person, but I wish they just stuck to fitness, because their whole entire customer base doesn't all think the same. And so what one person might view as like, this is amazing, is actually really upsetting to another person. And so I just wish that fitness companies could stick to fitness, and I wish that all the instructors just stuck to coaching. And yeah, that's my biggest complaint, is like, I just don't like how it's basically like, you know, a politicized type thing. But they, you know, I knew what I was getting into when I bought it. It didn't blindside me. I knew, like, yeah, it's more of like a liberal type company, and, you know, whatever, I can overlook it, because the majority of fitness stuff is. And so, yeah, but still, like, there were a few times where I was a little mad. So I'm just gonna tell you guys that you'll have to weed through instructors if that's something that bothers you. And if it's not, then you'll love it even more than I do, because I still love it. Even with that, I just am very choosy about who I listen to and who I ride to, because I don't like like super graphic music. I don't mind an occasional word here or there. I'm an adult, I can handle that, but I don't like really graphic music, and I don't like all explicit songs, and I definitely don't like listening to a political campaign when I am trying to exercise. So with all that said, I do love my Peloton still a year later, and I feel like my fitness is still really great, and I'm thankful that I have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little update from me on my Peloton 1 year later. If you have any questions for me, post them down below and I will get back to you. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy fitness content. I think I will be doing my quarterly fitness update for you guys here soon. I got this cool new watch that I'm gonna tell you guys about in that video. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing from me. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you all in my next one really soon. Bye guys.